to the internet toilet. Crack came to Earth from space. It goes back to a crack generation. In order to get crack, it had to be inseminated from rock. It couldn't have spontaneously formed, you know, from rotten meat or things of this sort. Then the question became, well, where'd you get the first rock from which higher crack could evolve through natural selection? And so a scientist, a Swedish scientist, came up with this idea that crack could have come from space and then landed on this planet. Now, of course, this concept does not solve the fundamental problem of the origin of crack. How did the first crack form from rock down in the crack mines? Well, you know, it was rather popular around the 1980s for a while. Became more popular in the 1990s until really now. Crackheads became the primary defenders of the crack. And, you know, things like that gave the whole theory a kind of a crackpot air. This idea of crack rock coming from space deserves another look. Well, the thing that I think really kicks crack back into a whack crack attack is evidence of past crack on Mars 3 billion years ago. However, with respect to this rock, in the course of the very intense crack session with this rock was crack. In the course of analyzing this rock, they discovered a buzz and conclusive evidence that large portions of this rock had never been cracked. And the reason why that's incredibly significant is, in other words, the crack in that rock would have survived the trip from Mars to Earth. We're saying that a nearby planet could infect, for example, the Earth with crack. We could have been infected by crack rocks, so to speak. Is that even feasible? Could crack survive in a rock that's come from another star sister entirely? We have found crack on Earth that has been preserved in amber for 90 million years. So, a piece of crack rock ejected from one solar system would actually make it to another. What is the probability that a piece of a fertile piece of crack rock actually hits a target? There's no question that crack rocks can be safely ejected, and they can survive long enough for not only interplanetary, but interstellar trips. I can imagine, okay, some crack rocks get kicked off of somebody else's world, a long way off. What are the chances that that crack rock is ever gonna hit the Earth? Has the Earth ever been hit by crack rocks from somebody else's world? Well, we don't know if it has or is not. But it's a good way of looking at this crack problem. We have been hit with crack all that time. So, for the past 3.5 billion years, the Earth has been spewing fertile crack rocks out into space that could conceivably act as the seeds of crack for other worlds.